Welcome to day 90 something, 94, whatever it is. Bitcoin just keeps on going up and up, and it won't stop. Like every day we're making new all-time highs. Look at this RSI. Can I expand this? Heck yeah. That's insane. It just keeps going higher. There's no such thing as overbought anymore. Bitcoin just keeps going. It's up 10% today. It was a lot higher. We did reach a new all-time high, of course. Can I get rid of this? We reached 89,791, the highest point of today. It's like I would call that 90,000. We were just that close. I think we're perfect. We're fine to call that like 90,000. We hit 90,000 technically. Let me just draw our little big circle right there. That's our next all-time high. You'll notice I think I do this every day now. 5th November, 6th November, 7, 8, 9, 10. Today is November 11. This is just parabolic growth at this point. It's yeah, the FOMO is really kicking in this Monday, and I did not really expect that when this morning's market opened. It just, I don't know, these Wall Street giants or something or someone, the whales, the institution, the ETFs, whoever it may be, is just pumping the price of Bitcoin, mass buying it right now. And with good reason. There's no reason not to buy Bitcoin, and yeah, there's no reason to sell it either. Like, why would you sell Bitcoin? There's nothing to fear. There's no fear in the markets. It's literally just doing its thing. We also have supply shock, which we'll talk about soon. Not much going on in terms of politics. Today's Remembrance Day, or Veterans Day if you're in the United States. Couple stuff to talk about with Trump electing his his team, I guess, forming his team, who is going to be in charge of what. We got more news on that. So let's talk about it. Currently, Bitcoin is $88,827 and rising. 88888 almost. Can we see that number? Or just a little bit more? A little bit more? I just want to see the number 88888. No, it's not going to show. Okay, cool. Of course, we're a couple dollars off. That's fine. You know what else is fine? Ethereum is up 3.93%, and it did reach this resistance zone that we have drawn out over here of the 3,400 almost. We hit 3,391, which is not too bad for Ethereum. Did take a little dip. It wasn't nothing to be scared of anyway. Like right now we're just fearlessly going up. Ethereum has also had a very, very nice pump. We're officially $1,000 over since where we started, right? 2,300 was where we were November 4, before the elections. Now, literally just 1 week later, we're $1,000 higher than that. Depending on how much volume you operate in Ethereum, you would be a lot richer at this point. I think I'm safe to delete this and the downtrend, right? We do have a bigger downtrend, though we do got to worry about for Ethereum, which is this one. And this is the important one from... Is this the one from March? I think it is. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, this is the one from March. So, okay. This one we can delete. That was from May, July. We're now focusing on the downtrend from March and May as well, confirming that, which coincides with the Fibonacci level at 3,600 is our next resistance zone for Ethereum. After that, this is the all-time high downtrend that we saw back in 2021. And I'm drawing it on top of what the high of March was. Should be relatively easy to break if fundamentals still stay positive. And that would break our yearly high as well at $4,000 that we saw back in March. From there, we'll reach our all-time high level, which is 4,869. And then the sky's the limit from there. So looking great for Ethereum. I still think Ethereum is undervalued compared to where we were in 2021. There's a couple of reasons why. Of course, the ETFs, it's like a Trojan horse kind of deal. We thought it was going to be good, but Grayscale proved otherwise. There's that. There's also a lot more competition these days. We've got Solana, possibly better than Ethereum. We got Sui, possibly better than Solana. So, there's just a lot of options surrounding these L2s, or L1s, I think they are. I don't even know anymore. I forget. I studied it a couple months ago and I forget. But yeah, for now, Ethereum looking great. 3333. Bitcoin is 88888. And Solana is up 4.23%. It's almost 2222222. That's pretty funny. We reached a high of $224. That's official, right? We broke, no, all-time high is 259, so we still got a ways to go there. But we did break our yearly high, which was at 210. I think we saw that yesterday. No, we didn't. No, yeah, we did. We saw it breaking out of it, and now we're continuing the upwards movement, showing no signs of stopping, which is nice to see. Current price is $219.58 for Solana, and very, very strong and healthy uptrend. We got 3 lines that would support an uptrend, so we're technically we're good for Solana. I don't know what else to say with it. And how's my portfolio? Oh my gosh, 3,000. We hit 3,000 today now. I'm still not going to sell. I don't know how long I'll keep this up, or if this will eventually just completely destroy me. I do fear, though, a correction may be coming very soon, and I've been fearing that for a very long time, especially given the fact that if you look at this garbage right over here, it's not garbage, it's beautiful. It's all overbought, though, which would indicate, a correction should be coming soon. RSI should be going downwards at some point eventually, right? It can't keep going upwards. But I mean, Bitcoin has already proved otherwise, so I don't even know what to think anymore. That's why I'm in a bit of a limbo. I'm not sure what to do at this point. 3,200 almost in unrealized profits. So with the volatility that we're getting on Wednesday, let me show you guys the economic calendar that we have. Today there was not much going on. I was expecting markets to be closed today, but apparently they weren't. For Veterans Day or for Remembrance Day, everything was still open. So sure, at least, crypto markets 24/7, but still people flowed money into the crypto market like crazy. So that's great. Not much going on tomorrow, Tuesday. And then Wednesday is an important day where we're getting inflation data. Might impact the price of crypto. How? This is how. If we look at the CME FedWatch 201, the next FOMC meeting will be. It's in 36 days, so that's in December. We're expecting to see another rate cut, possibly. We have a 65% chance, which has been decreasing over time. This used to be 75 to 25. So 75% chance that we would be able to see a 25 basis point rate cut compared to 25% chance of us staying at the current target rate for 450 to 475. But now the odds have changed. So we currently have a 65% chance of seeing a rate cut. Less of a chance. But that's just projection for now. And I think for the upcoming year, of course, 2025, where can I see this? Compare probabilities, aggregated probability. Is it probabilities? I'm trying to, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. We're actually not expecting to see too much of a rate cut anymore. We're expected to be by the end of next year at 375 to 400, which would stay the same since September. September, we're expecting to see that number, higher probability of the chance of it's dropping to that point. So we're not going to get too crazy of rate cuts. We're only getting 2 rate cuts next year, is essentially what I'm reading based off of this. 1 rate cut coming in December, which would stay the same in January. And then we're getting another rate cut starting in 2025. That'll be our first rate cut in March, and that should stay the same until September would be our second rate cut for 2025. Probably not that great, right? We do like to see rate cuts in the market, so that's what this inflation data that will be coming out on Wednesday will indicate to us whether or not this chance increases, the markets will continue going higher, or if this percentage decreases. We don't like to see the fact that we're staying at a 450 to 475 interest rate. So that decision is to be determined still by the FOMC, so by the Fed. So we'll see how that works out. More info on that soon. Once we eventually get to that data, I'll be sharing it with you guys. Okay, and in lieu of that, I was planning to do what I do on my main account anyway, is to put a stop loss on all of these, just to secure some gains. If I was to lose here, I would lose $700. Do the math. 3,200 minus 700 is 2,500. If everything drops to far enough, right, to execute a stop loss on what I currently have. Probably a bit less, because these are increasing a lot more. I don't take into account like the 90 or the 41 or the 55. I just take into account the 100th number, so 590. That means I would put a stop loss at whenever the price hits 400. And to determine that, I just have to guess, I assume. So 2,900, a bit more. 3,000 Ethereum, this is for Ethereum, a bit more. 100, that's too much. So we do 50, it's 416, too much. 25, that's perfect. I'm looking at this number right here. So we're making $400 if Ethereum drops to 3,025 from where it currently is at the moment, 3,327. That's not too likely, especially during a bull run. Maybe if we do get a massive correction, sure, cut my losses, well, my gains technically, I'm not losing, there at plus 400. I would be making 400 guaranteed in this position right here. Sure, it's currently telling me 590, and I could cut my gains right here. But what if it goes higher? If it does go higher, if this reaches $600, then I would change my stop loss to, instead of 400, I'm putting 500, right? Every $100 is the difference that I'm putting there. But I have to be careful though, because whatever volume you put in will determine how fast this number changes. 500 is moderate speed. 300 is a slow speed. It's a safe speed. To avoid this position closing prematurely, which is another thing you want to avoid. You don't want the price to, correct to 3,025 and then go back up to 3,327 literally the next hour and then continue its upward trajectory because, okay, you just lost on potential better gains. You made $400, sure, but, back to where it currently is right now, and when the probability of it continue going higher, you are missing out on those gains, right? The potential gains, that's what I'm trying to say. So you got to be careful with that too. That's why I don't use trailing stops either. I just rather set a specific point and then just constantly monitor it every day to see how well or bad it does. And yeah, because $100 correction, this can just do instantly. And I don't want to be a part of that, losing my position to that. So yeah, that's all. Let's do it for these ones. If we're making 340 here, I'm putting a stop loss at 200. This is for Solana, so I will put this at, what would it be, 190? Higher, 95, 95, 195. That makes this the $200 gain. This Bitcoin, 454, that means we're putting a stop loss at $300 gain, which would mean, what would it be? 80,000? 263. What am I looking for? More. 100. Okay. That's too much, so it'd be 81, what is it? 900, 800, 700, 600, 50. There you go. That's 300. And we do the same thing for the rest. I'm just gonna not talk too much so that you guys don't get annoyed. If you guys even care. That's 420, and I'm looking for, what is this, 500? I just said I wasn't going to talk, but I'm talking. This would be 15 then. Alright, right there. 3117. Sui. Oh, we have to talk about Sui soon as well. I'll get to that soon. I'm happy that I did manage to enter a position in there, though, because on my main account, I'm suffering because I sold already my positions in Sui. Could have made a lot more because it rose like crazy. We had 2 days of like 20% gains or something. Yeah. So this one we're looking for $100 gain. Where would that be? 85,000? Too much? 80,000? Too little? Too much still, I mean. 79,000. 8,000. There we go, 78,000. Stop loss over here. For Ethereum would be 150. We're looking for 300, so that's too much. A little less. 35, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, right there. Okay, and for Sui. We're looking for a 400 stop loss. This would be, oh my gosh, it's $3.14, guys. That is insane. I have not even realized how far we've gone. Am I reducing this? Yeah, I am. This would be 260 then. What am I looking for? 400? Okay, this would be 275 then. 79, 8, 7, okay, 78, no, 7, 1. There you go. Okay, there we go. We all have stop losses on these. So if they drop far enough, I will only be losing 100 and whatever the amount is, which means our unrealized profit and loss could be, I don't know, maybe 2,200. Worst case scenario is the profit that we would be making if this falls far enough. And by then, if it does, I will be buying that dip like crazy and a lot more heavier. Because I know this bull run it's still just getting started, right? We got a long way to go still. Till like February or March of constant gains and no wars thanks to Trump. Let's see how that plays out. And speaking of SUI, it's showing it's down 1.50%, but come on. This is some crazy gain. It's up over 40%, right? So it's been having a great day, rising from $2. I remember it being $1.60 right over here. That was crazy. It's practically doubled that. $3.15 currently. We reached a high of $3.31 for SUI, which is fascinating. That's good for SUI. And that's all for our little coins that we look at every day. Bitcoin's still making new all-time highs. Great. Let's talk about some news. So we finally have the House results for the United States elections after all this time. Republicans have 218 seats in the House. And yeah, so that concludes the election practically. And also just some suspicious stuff just to compare with the 2020 election versus the 2024 election. There's nearly 10 million voters who did not vote in this election, all of who went for Biden in 2020. So Trump's numbers stayed relatively the same in both elections. How is this possible? You see Trump in, this is 2024. He had 74 million votes, Donald Trump. 2020, he also had 74 million votes, right? Kamala Harris had 71 million votes in 2024, and Joe Biden had 81 million votes. There's a 10 million vote difference. Where did those 10 million people come from? And if this was 71 million, if like the 10 million wasn't there, Trump would have won in 2020. Suspicious, to say the least. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Trump wins now, and he has a majority in the House and the Senate, so we're perfectly fine in that case. Trump is picking out his team now. He's appointed Kash Patel to be the next CIA director. He's also, there was a lot of other candidates for other positions, like Secretary of State, where Vivek Ramaswamy was actually on the final list for that. There was also Rick Grenell, Marco Rubio, and Bill Haggerty. Don't know who these people are, but I was really hoping Vivek would have been chosen. But no, Marco Rubio got selected for Secretary of State. Rip Vivek, maybe next time. But he's a strong candidate, I know that for sure. So we'll trust Trump's intuition on his selection for Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. I don't even know what they do, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. I forgot to unbookmark stuff. I have to do this every day now. Trump also appoints Mike Waltz as his National Security Advisor. Looks like a strong guy, so I'm fine with that. And we have our new border czar, Tom Homan, which was the guy that I was talking about before, who completely owns this interview lady and the 60 Minutes interview. Something about like, oh, you're separating families by deporting them. So what? Deport them all together is his answer to that. Oh my gosh, he's I'm really happy that they selected this guy actually. He was a former ICE director and stalwart on border control, Tom Homan, and he will be joining the Trump administration in charge of our nation's borders. The borders are, including but not limited to the southern border, the northern border, all maritime and aviation security. He's known Tom for a long time, and there's nobody better at policing and controlling our borders. Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of all deportation of illegal aliens back to their country of origins. Congratulations to Tom. I have no doubt he will do a fantastic and long awaited for job. I agree. This guy's going to completely own the scene and get the job done for sure. And here's this also like clip. I've seen just all these clips about him surging recently. He's just so good. Like this is AOC. I don't know her. What was her? Who is AOC? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So she's a United States representative who gets famous for, I guess, being more on the left. She's Democratic, right? Yeah. So she's also doing the same kind of thing that the interview lady was doing with like, oh, you're deporting all the families together. You're separating families. You're not supposed to do that. These guys aren't criminals, right? But he's like, well, they entered the country illegally, so they're criminals, and like just completely owning her. Anyways, I think that I just read this. Yeah, this is what Trump said on Truth Social. Okay, cool. So yeah, there we have it. We have a new border czar, and this guy will definitely do a better job than our last border czar, Kamala Harris. Here she is also just fuming on social media. She likes to talk, whatever, blab a lot, and also she's unintentionally said that illegal immigrants do vote in the U.S. elections because she said this: families of undocumented people who do vote, saying that blah 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 blah. There's been no relief from Democrats or anybody else on whatever. Yeah, she's admitting to crime. What are you doing? No, it's not a crime. Well, is it a crime? Illegal people shouldn't be voting in elections. It just makes it more suspicious that this whole election deal. But it's okay. Trump will fix that. He said that he will be putting in something to mandate proof of identity or citizenship before voting for the next upcoming elections. And I keep forgetting to unbookmark. LAPD, though, speaking of illegal immigrants, they said that they will not be assisting with President-elect Trump's mass deportation of illegal immigrants, as Los Angeles is a city of immigrants, is what the LAPD has said. What are you talking about? Well, enjoy crime then. Or if, I don't know, anybody can commit crime. I'm not saying that it's the illegals, but it's mainly the illegal immigrants, right? Who else was it? Gavin Newsom, I think, said that he would also not help Trump with this deportation of illegal immigrants. And then some other fat guy, I forget his name, also said, if you want to deport the people in my city, I guess, you're going to have to go through me. I think it was some mayor who said that. I don't have the details, but come on. Why are you guys opposing Trump? Allow it to happen. Trump's doing great stuff. He says that Russia and China are not enemies. The United States will get along great with them. And we better, or else we're going to start wars, which we were already at the brink of from the previous administration. Speaking of the previous administration, they invited the Trump family over to a dinner at the White House. Not for a dinner, it was a lunch, I think. I don't even know. Joe Biden said that he was going to meet with Trump on Wednesday. I'm assuming at the White House. Melania has declined the First Lady Jill Biden's invitation to the White House. I don't think she's going, or maybe this is for a separate event. I don't even know. Yeah. And here we finally got our first appearance of Harris and Biden make their first appearance together since their defeat. And it was for the Veterans Day, just to commemorate the fallen soldiers, of course. And they're not smiling. Well, I mean, maybe this is not a setting to smile at each other either, because we're remembering fallen soldiers at the end of the day. But yeah, clearly there's just this awkward tension between them. I feel like, at least. And other people have kind of pointed it out as well. We know Joe Biden voted for Donald Trump. Yeah, so there you go. That's what she gets for putting installing a coup against his presidency, I guess, is what he's trying to get back at. And this is just a meme post from the Babylon Bee. Sad. Candidate who bankrupted campaign will never have an opportunity to fix nation's economy, because that's what she was plotting to run for. I'm going to fix the nation's economy, but even her own campaign, she ended up bankrupting that she's now asking for help for donations. Even Trump has to donate now to her campaign to help pay off all her expenses that she couldn't manage properly. it's just good that we've saved ourselves, this whole country from this woman. I feel like. Did you guys know as well that Trump was very good friends with Michael Jackson? 20 years ago, apparently Kamala Harris herself slandered him, and now Trump has finally avenged him. So here's the clip. Now Donald Trump has finally avenged him. Can I speed this up? Speed, let's go 1.5. I can read fast. They were friends. Nickel 93. Michael Jackson accused of inappropriate attitudes against children. People attacked him, media, and this is going too fast now. And he was slandered, right? The media was faking documentaries, and Kamala Harris was the one who was what did it say? Was the one who, Attorney General at the time, openly slandered Michael in the media as well, claiming that even without evidence, children don't lie. Trump investigated and found that the mothers of the children were fraudsters who used this method to obtain money. And although Trump had been helping Michael fight back, his efforts alone were not enough for the media, to challenge the media. It wasn't until Michael's death that then Trump had held a grudge against Kamala Harris. The death of his close friends became Trump's motivation, his relationship with Michael. He never used his relationship with Michael to gain votes, but now he has finally defeated Kamala Harris and avenged his friend from that grudge of 20 years ago. That is insane. Crazy story that nobody talks about. I thought it was interesting to share. Anyways, moving on. Do you guys remember Mark Cuban? Yeah, it's official. He deleted every possible post that had to do with Kamala Harris from his Twitter. If you look about anything with the word Kamala from Mark Cuban, it's gone. He suddenly doesn't support her anymore. Suspicious. Anyways, also like this, why do people do this? Beyonce is having, okay, Yale University is introducing a class on Beyonce's impact. Like what? Really? Beyonce of all people? The class titled Beyonce Makes History will examine Black intellectual thought and activism through Beyonce's music and will include analysis of her albums, performance politics, and concert films. Daphne Brooks, Yale professor and course creator, says, I'm looking forward to exploring her body of work and considering how, among other things, historical memory, Black feminist politics, Black liberation politics, and philosophies course through the last decade of her performance repertoire. I have no idea what she just blabbed about there. But anyways, this is brain rot. Why do we need a university class on Beyonce? Come on. She's not a historical figure. At least I don't think. You know what's crazy as well? There's a new TikTok trend that is subtly providing ways to help cause a miscarriage now that these left women are fearing that abortions will be illegal nationwide, which is not the case. They're literally giving you recipes of, what is this? 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every 2 to 4 hours for 4 to 7 days is not safe while you're pregnant. If you want to miscarriage your baby, there you go. It's just demonic. What's their obsession with killing babies? Anyways, it's not just babies they want to kill. They literally want to kill Trump still. Here's an example where one lady said, y'all ugly ASF. I hope someone puts a bullet in your grandpa's head soon, with smiley heart's face. You're not supposed to say that. FBI will definitely get involved. And people are reposting her everywhere. I'm sure, yeah, she's deleted the tweet. You deleted this tweet, but it's too late. You can't delete the internet, make her famous. Yeah, I don't know. This kind of stuff, it's literally threatening the president. You shouldn't do that. Speaking, okay, today was Remembrance Day, as I've mentioned. But these people, I guess, the Free Palestine movement has no respect. They're literally protesting at a Remembrance Day ceremony in Kingston today. This is like where there's like the Royal Military College and everything. Like, why? What's the point of this? Now's not the time. This is just imprudent, and I hate it. But it's whatever. Unacceptable to ruin that. But we got to be careful too, because this army is growing up, you know? This whole Inshallah army. The Islamic people are training literally like soldiers, wrestling to get stronger all across Europe, taking over, having lots of children and babies and indoctrination. They're taking over Europe, man. It's getting scary. And one day they're going to take over the world. They're inspiring the youth, even the elderly people, to reach their full potential. May Allah purify their intentions to join the full force army. I just read what they're saying. Anyway. Yeah, scary stuff. FTX is suing Binance and the ex-CEO, CZ, aiming to claw back $1.8 billion over allegedly fraudulent transactions from Sam Bankman-Fried's 2021 buyout. Now Binance is involved in another possible lawsuit from FTX, the fraudsters themselves, and CZ involved. CZ was the main person speaking out against all these other exchanges while FTX was collapsing. He was the one like, oh, we're never gonna do that. We're not, our platform, our Binance platform is not all about that kind of stuff. And he was taking digs at like the other CEOs from like crypto.com and everything. It was this big war back in 2022 when everything was collapsing. People were scared. People were trying to show their proof of reserves and everything on their exchanges. Well, now they're trying to take down Binance with them, I guess. I don't know the details of this lawsuit, what it will be, but yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, and it turns out as well, I keep forgetting. CZ got arrested and put in jail for money laundering too. So he was the person speaking out against all this, and then hypocritically, he's the one that gets arrested and put in jail for it too. So yeah, come on, buddy. But anyways, he's free, he's out, he served his sentence, and he's made millions, and he's cool with the guards. Dogecoin has flipped USDC. Don't believe me? Check this out. CoinMarketCap. Dogecoin is higher than USDC, which is big. If you overtake a stablecoin, that means there's more people holding your coin rather than a stablecoin ready to buy dips, right? Surprisingly, though, Tether is still very far up here. Solana is it's not that far off. $103 billion market cap for Solana compared to Tether of 124, and Solana has reached number 3 before, so there's a possible chance that it will again. It has overtaken Binance completely at this point, almost a $10 billion difference here. But we just need 20 billion more to overtake Tether. I don't know. Tether will always decrease unless it gets minted. Of course, more people creating USD Tether, just having USD Tether to start buying other stuff. I don't know. If we get a dip, maybe we'll see this number decrease and Solana being bought, or, you know, money will start flowing into the other coins is essentially what I'm trying to say, which we're going to talk about soon, literally right now. If you guys remember, in 2021, Bitcoin was 60K and Ethereum was at $5,000. Okay? Those were the good old days. No, it wasn't. Here it is. 4,869 was its all-time high. Almost 5,000, right? Ethereum almost 5,000. Now, though, Bitcoin is $90,000 and Ethereum is still at 3,000, okay? Just let these numbers sink in. When Bitcoin's 60,000, Ethereum should be 5,000. But Bitcoin is now 90,000, like a whole nother 30,000 more, and Ethereum is a lot less. It's 3,000. And I already said this earlier in the stream. Might be due to a couple of factors, like there's better options, there's Solana, there's Sui, and also there's ETFs that have been outflowing, mainly just Grayscale at this point. Can I find the ETF flows? I want to see if there's been any change in the ETF, if there has been any inflows. It looks like there has been, at least from BlackRock here. They're starting to buy up a little bit more recently. November 7, November 8, they did buy. They haven't posted anything for today. Today's Monday. But so far we have $194 million inflow, almost $200 million. It's mainly thanks to Fidelity, and I'm sure BlackRock will post something that will push this number above 200. Would be neat. Grayscale hasn't sold since November 4, before the elections. Oh no, they have. Yeah, no, that's before the elections. These are both Grayscale. That's crazy, Grayscale, man. But I mean, this is what I'm trying to say, is that it seems like the selling, the outflows, has kind of stopped, or at least slowed down, and we're going to start seeing a lot more inflows. We're only $129 million before we break even from the ETF flows for Ethereum, right? Say if BlackRock bought $129 million today, for instance, this number would start going positive again in terms of like the total inflows ever since the ETF's inception. That would be interesting to see, finally, a positive number. we're used to Grayscale always being red, negative, and also used to BlackRock buying it all up. But yeah, this is the point where we do need BlackRock to save us. Speaking of BlackRock, though, they have a lot on Bitcoin, of course. November 7th, they inflowed $1 billion, which was insane. After that, we don't have any numbers for today, but so far it's 357 million inflows cumulatively, and nothing, no outflow from Grayscale, which is neat to see for once. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I think that this might be a smart play from the ETFs themselves. Possible market manipulation that I'm about to expose over here. We're seeing that this is constantly overbought. Looking at the RSI, right? And you see this kind of growth, this literally parabolic growth. People will start getting scared, start FOMOing in. Like, literally, I'm so tempted to just like, okay, this is going to go higher, I'm going to buy. But I know that I shouldn't, because I know that there will be a correction. I don't know when. I don't know how significant the correction will be, but there has to be a correction eventually, right? Because we've seen this kind of thing happen before. You don't got to go too far back. Just go to literally February. We're seeing literally this right here, right? And then we go flat for a while, and then we go up, and we go up, and then we go to like such a high point that eventually we do start seeing corrections while we go sideways, and then it all dumps down eventually. And I know I'm looking at this here, but it's just to give you guys some visible illustration as an example that we might see this kind of stuff happen here, right? Possible correction. I don't know how significant. Maybe people are starting to get a little too greedy with their long positions that they'll start getting liquidated towards the downside. It's very common to see that happen. But I mean, right now the bears are getting completely obliterated with this upward movement at the moment. Yeah, so we might see a correction soon in the bottom line. And Ethereum has a lot of potential to continue growing. So far, 1.29 billion shorts have already been liquidated, because it says if Bitcoin reaches 85,000. Well, we're well above that. We're almost $90,000. So $1.29 billion of shorts are liquidated, confirmed. There you go. Bitcoin dominance. This is also important to talk about compared to altcoin dominance. When will the altcoins start jumping? They already have prematurely, but there's still a lot more of room to run, right? Because the way it works is, okay, Bitcoin does this thing, it does its pump, it rises, people see that, okay, cool, Bitcoin rose and it's too expensive now, what else can grow? And then people start looking at the rest of the, this list on CoinMarketCap, and they're like, okay, maybe I could buy this looks cheap, this looks cheaper, this has more potential to grow, this has more potential to grow, and then they start flowing all their money into the altcoins. And those altcoins sometimes, depending on like their prices or volatility, things like Sui, for example, very volatile coin, has like a high chance of like making them more money and a higher rate of return rather than them having invested in Bitcoin. So that's what we call an alt season, is when people will start ignoring Bitcoin and start purchasing literally any other cryptocurrency for investment long term, which causes all these coins to start pumping like crazy. That's coming soon. Bitcoin and altcoin dominance has been historically playing in an inverse correlation. Whenever Bitcoin dominance drops, the altcoin dominance pumps. It has been the case for the past 2 cycles. Historically, this happens every 8 months after the Bitcoin halving. Currently, we're in the 7th month since the halving, which means that in December, that's when things will start pumping even more. January 2025, I know for sure we will continue pumping, possibly until March, is what I'm thinking. Bitcoin at 120K by March. You heard it here first. 100K by end of the year, for sure. We're already 90K Bitcoin. That's just insane. Right now, they are in their respective key levels, which indicates the potential reversal is coming soon. Will this trigger alt season 2.0? Are you ready? This is the chart that he's referring to here, which compares the market cap Bitcoin dominance. Just compares like how much, yeah, the market cap of Bitcoin compared to the market cap of literally every other altcoin, right? And it's an inverse correlation kind of deal. Once this starts dropping, after we see this little trend going on over here, the altcoins start pumping. So that's happening very soon, hopefully. Here's more information on it. Bitcoin dominance is increasing again as Bitcoin price jumped quickly from 78,000 to 90,000 now. BTC.D, that's the ticker for the Bitcoin dominance chart. They can make a double top there. It can be a little higher or lower as per the above chart. Further correction in dominance will push alt prices higher. So when Bitcoin starts correcting, obviously people would have already taken some of their profits and start flowing that money into the altcoins because they don't know what else to buy at that point. Just hold your alts as this dominance will come down in the next 3 to 6 months and we will see a mega alt season. It all comes with time. Nobody becomes a billionaire overnight, so you got to be cautious of that as well. MicroStrategy, man, the stocks that involve cryptocurrencies are booming. MicroStrategy has bought 27,200 bitcoins for $2.03 billion. They now hold a total of 279,420 bitcoins. That is a lot. This is more the United States now. I think it's always been that. I don't even remember. But MicroStrategy is going crazy now. I think they bought it in for like, do the math here. Let me see. They bought 27,200 bitcoins at $2.03 billion. 2,030,000,000,000. Is that two? Yeah, that's 2 billion. It gave me a lot of decimals. Thank you. 2,030,000,000,000 divided by, I did it the opposite way. That's why 27,200 bitcoins. So they bought it at $74,000. The price is what I'm trying to get at. They bought 27,000 bitcoins at $74,000. Smart move. Oh my god, they're in so much profit right now then. If Bitcoin is 90,000, that is insane. I could just do the math, right? 90,000 Bitcoin right now times the 27,200. They've made $400 million, I think, right? Yeah, they spent 2 billion, 2.03, and they have 2.448 billion dollars. So yeah, $400 million profit practically overnight. Can I get one of those millions, please? I guess I have to do my own work. But look at MicroStrategy. It's just going insane right now. 358 is its current stock price. Coinbase is also going insane. Look at this. Reaching 332 from what it used to cost like 190. I did take advantage of some of it, as you could probably see here. But yeah. Tesla's also been going insane. 8.96% increase today. Currently 357. Yeah, and look at Coinbase, man. 19%. MicroStrategy is 25%. Crazy, crazy stuff going on. So, yeah. Good for the stocks that involve cryptocurrencies. That's probably the right way to do things. Well, not really Tesla, but Tesla's only going up because of Elon Musk. That's it. Bitcoin balances on the exchanges are hitting every time a new all-time low. What does this mean? Supply shock incoming. The exchanges, they don't have enough Bitcoins anymore to keep selling to the people that will continuously buy it. Which means, you know, they're going to have to start raising those prices to make Bitcoin less attainable because they need to start loading up as well on their own exchanges. And that just is gonna, that's what causes this supply shock is what we call it, right? No supply, a lot of demand, and that's just gonna explode at the price of Bitcoin. So that's what we're expecting as well. Very bullish stuff. But you got to be careful with what you buy as well, because, for example, here's a coin called Giga. Somebody sold $2 million worth of Giga, which dropped the price 85% instantly. So you got to be careful with where you put your money. Don't buy random stuff like Giga just because it's possibly Giga Chad. Yeah, just buy Bitcoin, and just buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Sui. You'll be fine. Those will never crash. Well, they might crash, but you never know. Donald Trump becomes the largest holder of Peanut. Peanut is officially a thing. Remember I covered the story of the squirrel where they raided this guy's house who was raising a squirrel in New York City, like as a little pet kind of deal. Went viral on social media and everything. And then the Department of what is it, environment safety or whatever, something about animals. They came in, they took away his squirrel, also a raccoon, and they put it to death. Like, why? Why don't use those efforts on illegal immigrants? Anyways, Donald Trump owns a lot of peanuts now. I think it's probably by donations. I don't think he actually buys them, but he's become the largest holder of peanut after receiving, yeah, he received 1.7% of its supply. Its price surges 300% after its Binance listing as well. Announcement. It hasn't listed yet, but is an announcement that it will be listing. And we do have that here too. Peanut. It's actually a thing. It's up 3% right now, but we're a bit late to the party. It just got listed. Yeah, literally today on the futures market at least. But here we go. It's tradable on Bing X if you really care. I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't put a penny into that. It's too risky, too volatile. The meme will die in a week. Trump's already been elected, so we don't got to worry about Peanut anymore. His soul will rest in peace and everything, but yeah. You know who else owns a lot of Bitcoin? JD Vance. He's up $500,000 in Bitcoin. You can track his portfolio because he's disclosed how much he's purchased. That's great. Earlier this year, now that we're talking about insider tradings, remember this guy, Josh Gottenheimer? He reported a purchase of Agios pharmaceutical stock. It was suspicious at the time, and since then, the price has risen 187% since this trade. That is crazy. Agios Pharmaceutical. What is the ticker for that? I want to find it. Agios Pharmaceuticals. Oh yeah, that's crazy. And he bought it in, like, what does it show here? Like June? Oh no, not this one. Where does this green line start? January, February, probably February. Before March, before a big pump. Which means he bought it over here. That's crazy. Yeah, this is definitely insider trading. Confirmed. What are you doing, pal? 178%. Is that literally what it says? 187. The opposite way. But yeah, you get the idea, right? Insider trader confirmed. Get this guy out of office. Or tell him to tell me what stocks to buy. We also got another purchase from... Who is this? By a U.S. congressman in May. Is this the same guy? Josh Gottenheimer. It literally is the same guy. There's two insider trading reports already from this guy. He bought a stock called Fair Isaac FICO. It's risen 104% since the trade that he bought in, looks like in May. Let's review that FICO. I already closed my trading view. Thank you, FICO. Fair Isaac Corporation. That's crazy growth as well. I would say so myself. Bought it in May, literally down here. And it's already going off the charts, but it's over a 90. I have to look at it the other way. 108%. Is that what it says? 104% almost. Yeah, well, you get the idea. Crazy stuff. I should start buying whatever this guy buys. No, that's cheating. You shouldn't do this stuff, guys, but you get the idea. Anyways, the last bit of news is Spirit Airlines got hit with gunfire while trying to land in Haiti. One person got injured. So there's people in Haiti shooting at planes. Why? Was there some what is it, like, what do they do in Haiti? What is Haiti known for? Like, criminally speaking, I'm trying to say. Like, do they do a lot of drugs or I'm pretty sure it's gang violence. Because I remember there was one guy named Barbecue, I think. Was it? Barbecue Haiti. Jimmy Cherizier. No, this is Haitian police officer. Is it BBQ? Am I misremembering? Haitian police officer. That's not who I'm looking for. Leader? Oh, he is a Haitian gang member and a former police officer and a warlord who is the head of the revolutionary forces. Okay, yeah, so this is the guy I'm talking about. Yeah, I was right. His name is Barbecue. Yeah, this is gang violence, I'm assuming there. I'm not saying that he's the one responsible for this, but like there's just gang violence, and that's probably what it relates to. That's weird. Shooting at a plane. That's crazy. I'm going on a plane very soon, so I don't want to get shot. Anyways, that's all we got for now. Do I want to click this? Probably not. Oprah is trending because She was caught walking in the streets, and a person asked her, oh, how does it feel to get paid by Kamala Harris and endorsing somebody who lost? And then she's like, no, I didn't receive a penny from the Kamala Harris campaign, which is a lie because it's literally been confirmed. Um, Kamala Harris showed the spending to to be on the Oprah Winfrey show and to get the endorsement, I assume as well. 500 million, 500 million. That's sorry, 500,000, 500,000. That's $1 million was spent, and we did have confirmation of that. I showed you guys that in a previous post a couple days ago. So yeah, Oprah caught lying, caught being a snake. She used to be very pro-Trump back in the 19 somethings, and now she was anti-Trump and going for Kamala Harris, endorsing Kamala Harris for president. Crazy. Bitcoin's dipping to 87,125. So this is the big thing that I just want to talk about before I end it all. It might be a bull trap, right? Back to the whole point of this whole market manipulation thing. These ETFs have a lot already inflowed that one day they can just, I don't know, call each other and say, hey, get ready. At this hour of the day, we're all going to sell for literally no reason. Which means, if they've been accumulating all this way and then they sell from here, they make the price dip like significantly. And it's not just like based off of what they sold. It's also going to dip because we have a lot of liquidations. Like maybe there's a lot of liquidations in this zone, right? From people that are longing too hard, right? This will cause a massive spike downwards in the price because all those longs will be liquidated, not shorts. And what the ETFs just did is that they accumulated here, they sold at a profit, and now they made the price dip and they rebuy for a lot cheaper than what they did buy over here, is what I'm trying to get at. So this might be market manipulation. Look at this RSI, very, very overbought still. Don't even think about putting a penny in here. Let it drop. It has to drop. I don't know if it will drop or when it will drop or how much it will drop, but it just has to, right? For now, 90K is the top, so I'm just gonna draw that line. 90,000, 90,000. There you go. That's our next important resistance that we got to break out of, and I think it might take a while. Surely we correct. Surely we stay congested for a little bit. Maybe follow this uptrend line a little, something like this. And then 100K end of year, December, whatever the case may be. I'm hoping. I'm going to draw the 100K line next because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe at this rate, we'll just hit it tomorrow, right? It's getting a bit crazy. But yeah, don't fall for the FOMO. Be patient. I wouldn't recommend you take profits or anything either. You should never sell your Bitcoins. If you're doing it in futures, sure, take profits. But if you're holding on spot, this can still go up a lot more, I would say, by like February, March. Not financial advice, whatever. I don't care what you do with your money. You're the owner of your own money. But that's just my thoughts, my projection, if you guys really care. Anyways, looking great for now. 100K soon, December. Surely December. 90K November, 100K December, 110K January, 120K February, March. And then we dip. For like during summer, we dip. Maybe back to 80,000. And then by October, November, we start seeing whatever the top will actually be. Maybe 150K end of 2025. Just to be really conservative. There's many people that are going crazy with their projections saying 300,000 by end of 2025. I don't know how accurate that will be. Like if I look up Bitcoin price prediction, what is it, Q4 2025? 446,000 according to a Reddit post. There you go. Yeah. Minimum price of Bitcoin 42,000. What? Oh, I wish Bitcoin was 42,000. I would buy the heck out of it. I'd take out money from where I don't have it to purchase Bitcoin. Take out crazy loans. Yeah, whatever. I should have done that. I would have done that, but I just didn't do it. I was too scared. But that's the retail brain and nothing we can do. It's trading psychology. We're going to have to live with it. All right, that's all for today. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like. Thanks for the 200 subscribers. As always, you guys are awesome. And I'll see you not tomorrow, Wednesday, with the inflation data. I'll be holding that in my hands.